Hey
Yes.
everyone, this is Corinne Lafont, your favorite radio host, your only radio host, and favorite girl, of course. Broadcasting to you from the lovely island of Trinidad and Tobago in the Caribbean on Between the Lines. And you know how we do it here on Between the Lines? We're always thankful and we're always grateful. Thankful for being here, thankful for having wonderful guests. Can I tell you, this is my fourth interview back to back, and I have two more coming up after this, two live streams. So look out for it on YouTube, Facebook, etc. Just look out for it. So I am like, oh, really, I'm trying to give my best here. So if you see me falling asleep or nodding, I mean, that's because I'm pushing, okay? I'm pushing. But I have a beautiful woman on here, but let me just give you a little background on her. Just a little before I do the official background. This woman that you see here, is it this way? This is this way, that way, that way. I don't know how to do this thing, whichever way. The camera goes that way, this way. Yeah. This woman here interviewed me. I think, what date was it? But it was last year. We have to say last year now. She interviewed me on her show. She has a podcast. She's a
It
podcast
was last year,
on
yeah. It
the
wasn't
Bajan Empress. Yes. And listen, we killed it. We killed it. She was just telling me that she was hoping to get more, you know,
killed it.
more eyes and ears on it. But like I said to her, divine timing, everything in its own time. But so far, the reviews and the persons who have been watching,
True.
listening, have given positive reviews, which is good. So we are thankful yet again for what we have
They
received.
loved it. They loved it.
Yes, so more can come in. I know a friend of mine who listened to it, I shared it with. I think she left a comment or she left some message on your show. And she had said to me, she said,
She
Corinne,
did,
I'm going to,
yeah.
yeah, she said, I'm going to share this with my daughter. She said, what you all talked about need to reach out to a lot of young people, a lot of young people. So she is sharing it like crazy. She's sharing it like crazy. So that's good. That's good. So let me
Yeah.
tell you what we are talking about today. We're talking about discovering you without the labels. You know what a label is? You know, like when you go to the supermarket and you see a label on the bottle, you know, it could be a branded label and you see all the ingredients and your nutrition and the whatever. That's a label. And each bottle or box or whatever it comes in has a label. So it's like a little sticky that's on you, that everybody, when they pass by, they see that's you. Now, normally on a bottle or on a box,
Mm.
it will have one label, one. You know it by that one thing, one little sticky. But most times, and I could leave this up to Eve to decide, I'm going to introduce her in a while. But most times we have more than one sticky on us because people place a lot of stickies all over us and place labels on us. We even place labels on ourselves. We take the sticky, write on it, and place a label on ourselves. Okay? So we're going to be talking about discovering you without the stickies, the labels. So let me tell you a bit about Eve, and we're going to go right into it. So Even Moore is a podcaster, writer, singer, speaker, and spiritual life coach who helps creatives, healers, and dreamers who are beyond frustrated with their lives to heal the pain of the past so they can create a beautiful future or even a beautiful life present. So it's not only a future, it's right now. Create a beautiful now. She offers online workshops, audio courses, books, and healing meditations that support them to identify and release their limiting beliefs and self sabotaging behaviors and increase their levels of self love. Let me tell you, this bio, I wish if I could show you, but I won't. But this bio is about a paragraph. I don't know how many sentences. I think it's two sentences, which is beautiful because that's what I asked my guests to submit. But here are some of the key words I hear in this thing, Eve, and welcome officially to Between the Lines. Welcome, welcome. But let me say here, before she goes,
Thank you. Hi. Hi.
hey. So here are a couple of things I'm hearing from your bio. Healing, um, releasing, limiting beliefs, self-sabotaging behaviors, and self-love. What does that have to do with the labels, discovering you? Tell us. I'm going to sit back now.
That's a very, very good question. Sit back. I know it won't be for long because I know you. But sit back for 2 seconds.
Yeah, I'll sit back. I'll sit back. I'll just rock back. I have my water.
Okay, so you enjoy yourself, man. Relax. So, who are you without your label? So, we come into this world pristine, right? We come in, we don't know what gender we are, we don't know what race we are, we don't know what age we are, we don't know what limitations that are associated with those labels. So, we're here, fully formed being, just pure potential, pure possibility. And then the minute we come out, we are called a boy, we're called a girl, we're called black, we're called white, we're in a family from this race or this status or this income or this education. And then they give us a name, and that name is another label. So now we've not even we're not 2 weeks, 2 minutes in, we've got 4 or 5 labels. Then we get the rest of our lives having more and more labels thrown at us. Attractive, beautiful, ugly, short, tall, fat, thin, stupid, intelligent, just millions and millions of labels are thrown at us over our lifetime. And in a nutshell, to discover who you are without the labels means being able to investigate those labels that you were given and saying, are they me? So even if I have a core label, because we have core labels and general labels. So our core labels are the ones that we truly identify with and aren't going to really change over time. So for example, you are a Catholic, I call myself spiritual, somebody's a Muslim, somebody's a freedom seeker, a truth teller. These are our core values, our core labels, and they can evolve as we grow, but they don't fundamentally change. They make up who we are, but we can evolve within that. And then there are other labels that are just given to us, that some are helpful and some are unhelpful. The goal is to get people to start to look at which of these labels are helpful to me, which are unhelpful, which are stifling me, which are keeping me locked in to a way of being I don't want to be. Am I identifying with a trauma? Am I identified as a domestic violence victim? Or am I a magnificent being who happened to go through a traumatic experience? So it's about getting to the root of who you are without those labels. Is about reminding yourself you came in with nothing and with pure potential. And in order to return to that, you have to investigate your labels and then pick them up and put them down as necessary. Choose, be a sovereign being.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you something. I am all of 5'5". I am all of 5'5". And there are people who are five
Me too.
seven and who are 6 and coming to tell me I'm short. I tell them I'm tall. I don't understand why they feel the need to tell me I am short.
That's right.
I say I am tall. And then they proceed, Eve, to tell me what part of that is tall, that is short. No, I don't understand. I say I'm taller than you. You are 6.
Yes.
I am 5'5" and I'm taller than you. Why are you arguing with me? I'm taller than you. What? So they're like, they're like, do you know your math?
Yes.
And they go into all of that. I'm like, I am telling you, I am taller than you. So I am like, I am not arguing. Why are you? Why you have to proceed to tell me I am short? I can't get it. Which is another label.
How can you diminish me with your perception? Yes, absolutely.
You understand? You
It's like
diminish me.
because we get so locked into them, and so I completely get it. Yeah, you can't diminish me because of your perception of me based on that label. Yes. And particularly when it comes to being a woman or being black or being
anything. So if I say I am tall, why do you feel the need to tell me I am short? According to who? To what? Because you are 6 and I'm 5'5"?
According to what? Yeah.
To what? Who? Where? Why?
Well,
I
that's it in a nutshell. That's it. That is it. Yes, because
yes,
you're literally saying I'm declaring
yes,
who I am based on how I want to feel and
this
how
is
I
it.
want to move through the world. That's
Not
exactly
through
what
you,
it's about.
not
And
through you,
yes,
not through your permission, not through your approval, not through your validation. I am tall. I am all of 5'5".
yes,
Why is that your problem? Why are you making that a
yes.
problem?
But at the root of their challenging you, at the root of that, be identified with these beliefs without questioning them, right? So that's what we all do. We all have this over identification with an idea that was given to us. And so if anybody comes along and challenges that, we get very defensive and very
That's right.
aggressive. We don't like it. We don't
That's
like
right.
our thoughts to be shaken up.
No,
Yes. So
no.
the reason that they respond like that to you is because you're challenging a belief system.
That's right. That's right. And I must not challenge Eve. I must just say, yes,
Right.
you're right.
No.
Oh, yes, and kiss us and say, yes,
Yes.
yes. No,
Yes.
I'm not doing that. And
Yeah,
this is
but
the
we all do it, Kareen. We
I know,
all do it.
I know, but we have to be conscious. You know, and one
Yes.
of the things I talk about, and you and I talk about, and we
That's
are on the
right.
journey of being awake and conscious. I'm not perfect. And what I try to do, Eve, is
Yes.
be aware
Yes.
of when I
No.
interact with people. And people say I come across aggressive and bold. They might use negative
Yes.
tools, but when I hear it, I hear, yes, I'm bold. I hear, yes, I'm confident. I'm more confident than you are. You are seeing me as a person you want to become, but you're afraid of doing it. But you're actually bringing me down to your level so that you
Yes.
could feel comfortable being where you are. So because I am more outward there, I am more
That's right. That's right.
vociferous. I speak my being. I speak myself. I have a voice. You don't have a voice, and you would want to have that voice, but yet you bring me down. Why? Why can't you say, I wish if I had the strength of you, or I would like to learn to have the strength of you. Can you help me to do that? Why can't you be humble and submit and accept who you are? We're talking about being you without the labels. There is a real person in you, but why are you trying
Yeah,
to?
but even if that was the case, they wouldn't be, even if they don't want to be you, Kareem, even if they don't want to be you,
Mhm,
if they could challenge them to self to say, I peace with being less out there,
mhm.
less extravagant in my expression. I'm at peace with being quieter and more introspective. I feel good about that.
That's
I've embraced it.
that's
Then
right.
they wouldn't feel the need to feel defensive in response to you. They'd be at peace with who they actually are and move through the world their way and be fine
Solid
with that.
point. Solid point.
But
So
the
it
fact that they
comes,
can't do that is because they see it as a yes,
yeah, solid point. Solid point. So
this is how it works. It's
you're
like
talking
you have
you're
to
talking
keep dropping
acceptance.
it.
That's right.
Yes.
You're talking acceptance. So I accept that
Mm.
I like my hair bright and blonde.
Hmm.
I like it short like this. I like being 5'5". I am
Yes.
good. I have acne.
Yes.
I have no problem. Yes, I'm dealing with it.
Yes.
That's what it is.
Yes.
Right? I know I'm beautiful in my own skin.
Yes.
I'm good with that. Who don't
Yes.
like it could keep walking. Okay? And I just accept that. And there are some who
Yes.
walk around thinking, I want to be like this one. Oh my God, she has
Yes.
flawless skin. I want, no, just be you. Just be you.
Mm.
Just be you. What can
Mm.
we do?
But
What
you can't unless the reason that you're able to do that, Kareen,
Mhm.
this is the reason you're able to do that is because you have taken a look at yourself and
Yeah,
done the inner work.
yeah,
You have seen the bombardment from outside with
yeah.
people telling you how you should be and how you should think. And you came out a firebrand just out of the womb saying, I'm not just accepting anything, I'm declaring who I am is your path.
Yeah,
But you've still had to do the inner work and will continue to do the inner work to get to this place of total self acceptance. That's completely normal. And that is the journey of healing.
yeah.
When I talk about healing the pain of the past, it
Hmm.
is about saying, I am willing to explore
Yeah,
all these thoughts about myself that I've just taken as normal
Hmm.
but they're not even real.
Yeah,
You've
yeah,
done the work.
yeah,
That's why you're at peace with it.
yeah,
Other people struggle to do that
yeah,
because they feel insecure, or they don't want to feel the pain, or they don't want to look at the trauma.
yeah,
And until they're willing to do that, they
yeah.
can't be free in their labels. They can't pick them up and put them down.
The trauma is because we know about trauma, and there's no one trauma bigger than the other. The intensity of the
Yeah.
emotions might be different, but we all know what we feel and
Yeah.
what we go through and what we have become. But the trauma can be very fearful. It's a frightening thing to face. And let me tell you, I have had to face my truths, my inner demons. They still come around. They visit every now and again. Believe me, they visit. That's what they do. But you see, when they visit, I am able to watch them in the eye and say, hey, how you doing? We haven't spoken in a while. You know, you have a different
That's
conversation
right.
than before. Before it would have been,
That's
get away,
right.
stay away from me. Blah, 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 blah. But now I'm like, hey, how you doing? And
Yes.
I'm like, yeah, remember we spoke the last time? And you know, we have a sit down and we talk one on one. And I'm like, thanks for stopping by. You know, I know you will come by another time, but thanks for stopping by. It's
That's
a
right.
different conversation when they visit you. You're like, I see you. I see you. I hear you. It's
You've
okay.
created a space between you and that. You no longer identify with it as you.
Yeah.
And then the next level, or a different way of doing that, is also there are things that are, as you say, feel like something that comes outside of yourself. But
Yeah.
there are also, if you go to this pain inside of you that you're so scared of looking at, what I've discovered is if you deep root into that, there's always a gift. So if you're willing to just go down, down deep and feel the emotion
Deep to the
without
toes.
judgment,
Your
number one, it
toenails.
doesn't last as
Down,
long.
down to the
You could
toenail.
be avoiding it for 10 years, or you could feel it for 10 minutes. You know what I mean? It's up to you.
Yeah, yeah. Down to your
So when you're willing
toenails.
to
Down to
feel
your toe.
it,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
get to the root of and ask a question of why are you here? Why did I
Why?
experience this?
Yeah,
Then
yeah,
you're given a gift of understanding of why that experience has something to teach you,
yeah,
something to gift you, grew you in some way, made you stronger in some way,
yeah,
and was necessary for your personal journey. And
yeah,
it's okay that it hurt. And
yeah,
it's okay that it devastated you
yeah,
or took you out for a little bit, but it won't control you for the rest of your life. It
yeah,
has a purpose. And
yeah.
if you give it purpose, then you empower yourself again.
That's right. That's right. It comes like with anything that we are fearful to do. You know, the first day on the job, to go for that interview, you know, just talking about things that people can relate with, or going to talk to that juicy guy you see at the counter, or going to your first class or something, or an
Yeah.
event. And you're like, this wasn't so bad. After you've done it, you're like, this wasn't so bad. And then you do it a second time, a third time, and it wasn't
Mm,
that bad. I got over it. And the fears
yeah.
become confidence after a while, and you're able to manage it. But you are absolutely right. There is a gift in the
Yeah.
unknown and in
Yes.
digging deeper. And let me tell you, that gift, oh my
Mm,
gosh, when you find that gift, it is so empowering and more importantly, liberating. Liberating. There's a freedom.
that's right.
Oh my God, Eve. There is a freedom. People are saying, you
That's
know,
right.
they're looking for freedom. That's really what I think human beings are looking for. It's not money, it's not, you know, I mean, people want
Mm,
love, which is all part of the freedom, but really a freedom to wake up when they feel like,
yeah.
to just have a joy and bliss, to do what they want, call who they want, text who they want. They don't even need a whole lot of money to live and
Yeah.
survive. They're
Yeah.
good, you know, they don't have to have the big car, the
No.
house. They're just like, I just want to sit down and look at the trees, the birds, which is what I do. Which is what I do. And that is a
Mm, mm,
blissful
mm.
feeling. No, I don't have to worry about if
But
Eve.
that is a beautiful point that you're making, because that is at the root of all this is that they've, yeah, just I just want to quickly say at
Yeah,
the root of what you're saying is them again asking, not asking themselves what they want, but saying society says this is what will make me happy. Society says, I need this amount of money.
Yeah.
So my family said I should have that job. And they
Yeah.
are not listening to themselves
That's
and getting rid of those ideas that were imposed upon them,
yeah.
and discovering what they would like if they didn't listen to any of that.
So here's the thing, Eve. Here's what just came to me.
Because we've been told what happiness looks
Yeah.
like. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Here's a question. How do we identify? Because just like you said, we came in this world without labels, not knowing who we are. And then labels are start placed on us. And as we go through different environments, people, interactions, places, whatever, different labels are put. How are we able to separate the real from the unreal? The real us, the authentic us,
Mm.
from the one that they make us to be, the labels that they put on us. How do we separate in order for us to say, I am not accepting that, I am not going to go that way, that is not me, I don't have to take you on? No, just no. How do they get to identify that? How do they get to that point? Because you're hearing your mother's voice telling you you're a this. You're hearing your father's voice saying you're supposed to be a this, a doctor, a lawyer, whatever. You're hearing the society saying, but you're supposed to behave this way. You're supposed to dress this way. You're here, you're whatever. How are you able to separate from that?
The truth is, Karine, we already know. And the truth is that we don't give ourselves permission to follow what we know. So we'll actually block out the voice of our intuition and our inspiration and our inner guidance. And we'll listen to these other voices because in our hearts we know. Because
Yeah,
if we follow something that isn't right for us,
yeah,
there's a heaviness. We feel like
yeah.
we're efforting into it. We have to push ourselves to do it. We have to, feel like you're going against everything in you, and you learn to suppress what you want so it becomes clouded over. But actually, we all know there's a lightness and a rightness
Yeah,
about doing something that's good for you.
yeah.
And what will happen is you'll have little thoughts in your mind or from your heart saying, look at this, investigate this, go down that road, read that book, watch that movie, talk to that person, hang out with these people, try that hobby. And it's always guiding us, guiding us, guiding us. So it's okay to want to do the right thing, be responsible, be a good citizen, but you can do it on your terms. And something in us is always guiding us into a way that we can do it on our terms. But we have to
No,
listen, and we have
no.
to give ourselves permission to trust this that says, yes, this is the way for you.
That sounds all well and good, Eve, but I would lose my friends. My friends, I wouldn't have anybody, you know,
Oh dear, the horror.
I would lose my friends. The people who I associate with,
Yeah,
they're going to think who the hell I think I am, and I think I'm better than they are now, and why
yeah,
I can't have that, Eve. I need my
yeah.
friends, okay? I need my friends.
No, the horror of having to go down your own path. And yes, so that's a really important point, is that when you go down your own path, you're going to piss some people off and you're going to draw the right people to you. So your question to yourself is, am I willing to let go of what is safe but stifling? Or am I willing to embrace what is possible and empowering? And then you make your decision based on that, because that is the facts of the matter. Is that person who will not allow me to grow into the person I'm meant to be truly for me? Why would
But
I
they're
care if they're no longer in my life then?
but they're my
They're not
friends
for
right
you. They're
now.
not behind you.
But
They're
they're
not backing you.
but they're my friends right now. I see them. I could
Well,
be.
that's all right, because then you would have to challenge the label of what friendship is. You'd have to investigate what is friendship.
But I don't know if I'm
Every
willing to
label will
risk.
lead you down a path.
I don't know if
What
I'm
have I
willing
deemed
to risk.
friendship to mean?
I don't know if I'm willing to risk what I see and know now that's tangible for something that I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I could have friends like this with these type of
Yes.
cars and who could go to these restaurants and travel and all that. I don't know. So why should I give up what I am seeing
Mm.
here right now? for something I don't know. Huh? Why?
Then ask yourself, number one, all you're doing right now is pointing out how exactly what I'm talking about limiting beliefs and releasing the pain of the past in order to create your present or your future. But also it's about saying, why am I here? I mean, really, why was I born? What was my purpose? What is my function? And you listening to that knot in your gut every time you say, but it's safe here. And you say, but do you feel free or do you feel stifled? Well, I feel stifled, but I feel safe. Okay, so what would make me feel free? What little step could I take that doesn't completely freak me out? Yeah, because you're still fearful. So there's no point pushing you to take a huge
Yeah,
leap.
yeah,
What little teeny step could I take to investigate a risk at a level that I can cope with that's a little bit out of my comfort zone? So
yeah,
I can investigate if it feels good. So
yeah,
I don't have to tell my friends that I have now all these new ideas I'm having. What if I don't tell them anything and I just try and explore it and see how it goes for me?
yeah,
Right? I don't have to prove anything to them and I don't have to hide anything from them. So you take it at your level. There are people like Karine and I who are adventurers, you know,
yeah.
we like the big leap. And then there are people who can cope with a
Teeny.
teeny step.
Yeah, yeah,
You let yourself be the teeny step person.
yeah,
Don't label yourself as a big adventurer. Maybe that's not for you.
yeah, yeah. Do the baby steps. There are times I have to do the
Maybe it's
baby
like
steps.
that, you
There are
know?
times I have to do the baby steps, but there are
Do the
times I go
baby
big. There are
steps.
times I go big.
Yeah, me
There
too.
are times I go big. Go big or go home. I mean, I'm like, hell, this is what it
Yes.
is. Just go big. Because it
Yes.
requires, it comes like that band-aid, when you go by the doctor,
Yeah, but big for somebody else.
right? When they put the band-aid on you
Yes.
and you're taking your time.
Big for somebody else might be willing to just,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Just rip
Big
that
for somebody
band-aid
else
off.
might be willing to say, I need one day a week for myself. You know what I mean? I need to ask someone to babysit my kids so I can get one day for myself.
That's
That might be their big leap for
yeah,
that moment.
yeah.
So let that be your big leap. And
Well,
don't
my
have to feel
but
you have to climb the mountain in
that's
one
me.
huge jump.
Well, let me tell you. You see the day by yourself thing on the self-love? I do that 24/7. From the time I go to bed,
Mm,
wake up in the morning, it's a whole
yes.
self-love. I stand in front of the mirror naked, and
Yeah.
I appreciate every
Yeah.
curve, valley, mountain,
Mm,
whatever. I appreciate every. I see a mole. I say thank you. I listen. I appreciate everything because you will always find
yes.
something to say bad about yourself, and I prefer to start talking good about me because it's not that I can go in the cupboard, Eve, and pull out a new me
Yes.
and put it on. This is all I got. This is all I got.
Mm,
I don't have one in the cupboard. I can't go in the supermarket.
mm,
And, this is all I got. So I have to work with it. So it makes no sense trying to be
that's
Eve or
right.
trying to be Steve or trying to be hello or trying to be, it doesn't matter. I just want to be Corinne.
Mm,
Just me. Just me. Just me.
that's right.
And
That's
who
right.
want to put on labels?
And that's the root of all of what we're saying here is the
Yeah,
journey to self-love is an ongoing, beautiful journey,
yeah,
but it does require work and
yeah,
it does require knowing yourself and investigating yourself enough to know what works for me that didn't work for Steve or
yeah,
Eve or
yeah,
Kareem. What
yeah,
works for me? How will I know? Because I will feel heavy or
yeah,
I will feel light.
yeah.
That's how you will know.
That's how you know.
That's the guidance.
And we do this. I don't know if you
Yeah.
do this, but I know I have done this. And I talked about the bottles and the containers when you go in a supermarket, you see the labels. You know that you can actually rip the label off of a
Yes,
bottle or a
yes.
box and reuse it for something more purposeful.
That's right. You
It's the
can
same
put it
thing.
right
You
down.
can rip off
Yeah,
the labels and just start fresh. Put fresh things in there, put a new label on there,
that's right.
and you look fresh. Nobody would know that you were this before.
That's
Everybody
right.
sees what you are now. So don't think that label
That's
cannot be
right.
ripped off. Rip the damn thing
That's
off.
right.
Rip it off and put on your own label. You're
That's
beautiful.
right.
You're intelligent. You're
That's
safe.
right. That's right.
You're all
Learn to
that.
pick them up and learn to put them down as needed.
As it,
Use them. Use them to your advantage, and the ones that don't work for you, drop them completely. They're
That's
not
right.
working for you. Let it go,
Let it go.
Absolutely.
Let it go. Let
Yeah.
it go. What's your one takeaway from 2020? What's your one takeaway as we're closing off the show? And I want to feature your website while you're saying it. What's your one takeaway
Yes.
from 2020? And
Okay.
what's your going to in 2021? Remind me of your website before you answer so I could bring that up while you're talking to me. Remind me of your website.
It's you deserve a life. It's you deserve a life you love.com.
All right. And you is
So
YOU
that's the
or you?
website. Yeah, it's all just, yeah, the whole words of a life you
You
love.com.
deserve a life. Uh-huh. Come again. You deserve a
You
life.
love.
You no, you deserve.
You love. You deserve a life you love.
Uh-huh.
You deserve a life you love, Kuri.
I do, I do, I do. Right now, right now, right now. All right. So tell me now,
So
what
you
is the
deserve a life you love.com.
what is the one takeaway from 2020, and what is the one thing going forward in 2021?
Okay, so the takeaway is 2020 gave you the time and the space to explore what you really wanted. It got to the society and it made you have to focus, and it gave you the opportunity to begin to explore what you really wanted and needed and believed about life.
Mhm.
And 2021 is the opportunity to take everything that you've learned, or see where you can give yourself the time and decide to choose differently now, because you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what's going to come and take the wind out of your sails. So you might as well use every opportunity to
Mhm.
discover who you are
Yes,
without your labels
yes.
and move forward in authenticity and courage.
Believe it. Believe it. Let's go through your website. So you deserve a life you love. And she said it to me many times. So that
Yeah.
means, and I felt that energy. She said it many times. I felt it. I felt it, people. That is not a joke. When she
Yes.
said it, especially the
Yeah.
last time, I was like, oh yeah. This I responded. I responded. I felt that energy coming through.
Yeah.
So have I been love scammed? Hell yes. Feel empowered.
Excellent.
Love again. Get to find out more. Lord of mercy. I hope when I click there, a man that is tall, dark, handsome, juicy, and everything of a king shows up. That is what that is what I want to see when I click this. Will I see
You
that
are the
when I click?
best.
Will I get that when I click?
Yes, make sure you do. Maybe not today. Wait. I'll put him up there after the show. Don't
Okay.
worry.
So give it a few minutes and then click, and then I will get that. Okay, good. Now that's not for everybody. So persons who are
Yeah,
listening
yeah,
to this,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
persons
yeah.
who are listening to this, don't get confused. That's just for me.
That's right.
Okay. I don't want anybody thinking when they click this, they're gonna get that soon. I don't want that. So so
You know, I might get, yeah, it won't go well.
so there are free audio courses, meditations, and let's see what's on the more. Since she's Eve and more, we need to know what's happening in the and more part. So her podcast is here. So check out that. Free videos and contact her. How can we contact you, Eve? How can we contact you? Let's see. Send a
Yeah,
message.
just simply go to the website
Mhm.
and just go onto the contact page. It's on the menu bar.
Yeah, which
Just
is
send
where
me
I
a
am right
message.
now. So you put in your message and you click send. This is where
Excellent.
everybody else need to go. While I
That's
go
right.
here so, I go here so, and
That's right.
right to get what I supposed to get. But everybody else go to the contact. Okay, thanks. All right. All right. And you have your book.
I love you. I
I
just
love
love you
you.
so much.
I love you more. I love you more. This website is all about positive energy, people. Can you tell? Gentle nurturing, eternally grateful. So if you know you're negative, let me tell you one time. If you know you're negative, When you come here, you're going to turn positive. And if you don't want to turn positive, stay away from this website. That's all I'm going
That's
to say.
right.
If you don't want to become positive or better, stay away from it. Because anytime you come here, that is what will happen to you. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Okay, I'm looking to see what else. I think I see the potential. Is this a man or a woman? Yeah, I thought this was a man. Okay, it looks like a man. I was kind of looking there. Okay.
No, that's a woman. That's a woman.
Oh, that's a
Sorry,
woman.
she's
Oh, okay.
not for you.
No, no, no. We're not going there. We're not going there. And this is
You're
Eve.
not going there,
We're
Kareem.
not going
No,
there. We're not going there. Not today. Not today.
that's my story. Yes, my
Yes.
story. Not
And the
today.
transitions, how
It tells
good.
you about my journey.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice. A life of depression. Who would think, looking at you now, a life
Yes.
of
You
depression?
will find out how I go through my own story.
If depression looks like you, then everybody needs to be
Yeah.
depressed. Clearly, if depression looks like you, everybody needs to be depressed. If this is the end
That's
result,
because I did the work. I don't look like that no more.
so read her full story. So let me tell you, people, as we round up here, there is hope. There is hope. And for those who may be listening and watching, whether now or whenever you catch on to this episode, because you see, the thing is, like I said to somebody else, everything happens in divine timing and it will happen at the right time. You may not see this episode at the time of it being
Yes.
published, but you will see it when you're supposed to see it. And that's all I will say to you. You will see it when you're supposed to see it, and you will act on it at that time. Okay? Listen to what we have to say. You don't have to follow everything we say, but whatever resonates with you is what you need to move with. We don't know where you are at this particular point in time in your life. And we just want to send out love, hope, prayers, good vibes, energy, and just watch me and Eve. Please. It is possible. It is possible. I haven't shared all my story, but if you want to hear about my
And
story,
make sure you check out that podcast
that's
with,
right.
make sure that they check out the podcast,
That's
Kareem, where
right.
you
Yes.
share your truth bombs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they really need to listen to that.
That's what I was just saying. If you want to hear my part of the story, hop over to the Bajan Empress. Her podcast on her website, you're going to hear it. And compare the two. And you will see between me and Eve, you can make it. Okay? And you could look just as fine as we do today. All right? You can look just as fine.
Hey.
Or even better. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. We're not jealous. Or even better.
Or even better.
Yeah.
That's right. No, we're not bothered. We're not
No,
bothered, man.
no, we're happy when you look better than us. We're quite happy. So, people, I want to thank.
Yes, yes, do you, boo. Yes.
I want to thank Eve for being on my show Between the Lines. And coming up, I am going to be back on her podcast. When is it
It's
again?
been
Is
a
it next
joy.
month? Is it next month? I'm going to be on her podcast. I think we're playing tag.
February the 14th. How could you forget?
Okay?
February 14th, yeah.
And let me promise you one.
Valentine's Day.
And hear what? Hear what? Look
What?
at how the universe is going to work. I am going to click on the link on your website, and that juicy man is going to come forward to me on February 14th, Valentine's.
Nice. Nice. I like it.
That's right.
Well, I think he's got a brother. So, we could get married at the same time. It's cool.
Already, Eve. Already.
Hey.
Already. February 14th. Check me and Eve out on Eve's podcast, The Bajan Empress. People, be ready. Make sure you take your vitamins, get enough sleep, all of that, because you have to be ready when I am back on her show. I'm just saying. Eve, any final words before you go? Any final words?
She's pretty amazing. The only final word I have is, when you really love yourself, you end up connecting with people that just inspire and empower you, like Karine Lafont inspires me. So you might as well get on with it, because look what you're missing out on.
I say, join the tribe. Join the club. Okay. It's happening over here.
Join the tribe. Come to the party. Yeah.
That's right. Don't worry about COVID.
Thank you, love.
When everything is over, we will meet physically and have a party.
No.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Yes. And
Eve has
a
been,
giant hug. We're good. I'm good at hugs. I'm very good. Yeah. It's been pleasure.
thank you. Eve, it's been a pleasure. I look forward to being on your show next month, February 14th. This has been an inspiring and empowering conversation. Yet again, you remind me, because doing this helps to remind me of things that I need to do. And it's also a reminder to you. When we talk about it, it helps to remind us constantly. So thank you so much for being on Between the Lines. It's been a pleasure.